everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, let's talk about our favorite subject, value-add real estate investing. I'm gonna give you 5 ways that value-add real estate investing just hits it out of the park for us and why we are value-add real estate investors. And by the end of the video, hopefully why you'll wanna be a value-add real estate investor as well. Stay to the end for the bonus. It's gonna be the cherry on top. Number 1, the first reason that we buy value-add real estate investing is because when you buy something that is value-add, that means that by definition, you need to invest money into it to bring it up to value. So you are going to add value by doing renovations, by reimagining the property, by putting it back together. You're going to take property that you can hopefully buy down at the bottom of the market because it's distressed, it's in bad shape. So the number 1 reason that we're value add real estate investors is that by buying value add real estate, we get instant equity. What does that mean? Well, when you buy something at the low valuation and it's distressed and it's got all of the broken windows and the termites and all of the chaos and the distress, maybe you're buying it from an estate because dead people don't negotiate well. I don't know, but there's definitely some kind of distress either with the seller or with the property. When you are a value add real estate investor, you're buying it at a low valuation and you're improving the property and you're going to have instant equity by doing it. So the number 1 reason that we are value add real estate investors is because we want that instant equity that you get from buying these distressed properties. The second reason that we love to be value add real estate investors is that we are going to add value to the property every single time we spend some money on a property and we renovate it. So we go in and we find something that's distressed and looks really horrible. So we buy these distressed, highly distressed, don't have occupancy, they don't have a use, they're in terrible condition, and then we spend money on them and we get added equity by renovating the property. Number 3, we're value add real estate investors because we like to own properties that cash flow, and we can back into a number when we buy value add to figure out what our return on investment is going to be. So we look at what's our purchase price, how much is it going to take to renovate it, and then what's it going to rent for at the end of the day. And if we can back into the number and have a nice hefty return on our purchase price and our development, which is our renovation, we know what the rents are going to be. And then once we get it rented, we not only get the cash flow, but we also increase the equity one more time because everybody knows that cash flowing real estate is worth more than non-cash flowing real estate. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that's 3 things about value add real estate investing, and they all have to do with the equity that we have from the buy through the renovation and then renting. So one thing that we do, we like to buy things and hold on to them for a really long time. We've done the buy, fix, and flip method. We've bought thousands and thousands of properties, and we don't own thousands and thousands of properties, so we've sold some things along the way. In fact, we've sold most of the things along the way. Learn from our mistakes. If you guys are going to become value add real estate investors and you're just starting out and you need to build up that bankroll and that bank account, let's say buy 3, fix them all up, sell 2 of them and keep 1, and fight like hell to keep that 1, and then go buy 3 more, fix all 3 of them up, sell 2, keep 1, and then eventually once you've got a bankroll, start to keep more and more. So you'll eventually be buying 3 to sell 1 and keep 2, then you'll be buying 3 to fix them all up and keep all 3. If you can own real estate for a really long period of time that returns enormous cash flow returns through the rental income and hold on to it for years and years and years, you're always going to hit a home run being a value add real estate investor. The number 4 reason that we love value add real estate investing is because of the tax benefits that we get by owning this real estate along the way. So when you buy something this year and you then invest dollars into it to bring it up to that level where you can rent it out for that sweet cash flow, you get to, once you have it rented out and you start making the rental income, you get to offset that income by depreciation. So you get to depreciate the asset. What does that mean? It means you get to depreciate the purchase price. You get to depreciate the capital improvements. And guys, this is just one of the ways that you'll save on taxes through owning real estate, but particularly value add real estate. You get to have depreciation. You can even get more complicated than that and learn about things like cram down depreciation, where you depreciate it much faster and you really start offsetting some income. But the tax benefits to owning real estate, they're next level, guys. They want you to own real estate. The government encourages you to be a real estate investor, and they will give you tax benefits along the way through home ownership, particularly if you invest in the kind of real estate that the government wants you to invest in, like long-term housing, like rental properties that are apartment buildings and those kind of things. Or here in Puerto Rico, there is something called Act 60 where they encourage us to invest in hospitality. So they want to increase the hospitality sector on the island from a 6.5% of the GDP, total GDP of 6.5% for hospitality revenue. They want to increase it up to 15 to 18% over the next 5 or 10 years. So they give us tax benefits, tax breaks for buying property that we then convert into or turn into hospitality, which is what? Like small guest house or small hotels or big hotels. And guys, it's not just hospitality. It's not just crammed down depreciation or normal depreciation. There's also something out there, this wonderful, wonderful piece of legislation called opportunity zones, where there are opportunity zones in every state in the US, and almost all of Puerto Rico is an opportunity zone. So this is another way that the government is encouraging you to be a real estate investor, particularly a value add real estate investor. And there are some great tax benefits along the way. So inside of opportunity zone investing, if you set everything up correctly and you hold it for 10 years or more, then when you liquidate the property, you'll pay 0 in capital gains. And so guys, this is massive. This is generational wealth building. This is something that everyone who hears this should immediately click on the link here that's going to take you to our playlist about opportunity zones and consume this information, because this is cutting edge stuff. This is better than a 401k. This is better than a self-directed IRA. Guys, this is better than a 1031 exchange. All of those are great ways and great places to own real estate, but this is better than all of them put together. This is a once in a lifetime generational wealth building opportunity that everybody's got. The little guys got it, the big guys got it, but you guys who are watching this channel, you have an opportunity right now to invest in opportunity zones, and you better learn about it or you're going to be kicking yourself because you didn't. And number 5, this is one of our favorite ones. As I said, we like to buy value add real estate and hold on to it for a long, long time, collect the cash flow and all of the tax benefits along the way. And guess what happens over time? Real estate tends to trend up. And that's been true since, well, before Christ, right? So real estate and real estate investing is the most tried and proven way for anyone to build wealth, for anyone to have a great cash flow. This is just fact. If you are a multimillionaire, you probably either got there through owning real estate, or if you've become a multimillionaire by some other means, like having a great business or winning the lottery, you should be holding your money in cash flowing assets like real estate. Let's say you buy a house in a bad neighborhood that's very distressed, and you buy it for $100,000, and then you spend another $50,000 fixing it up, and you get it rented out for about $2,000 a month. So you're making a nice cash flow return on your $150,000. You get to do the depreciation of the $150,000 and take advantage of the tax breaks that come with that. If you did that inside of an opportunity zone, which you could on the property that I'm describing, you would then hold on to it for 10 years, and you'd be able to sell it at its value after 10 years, which means that you get to factor in all of the appreciation. So back to the example, you have $150,000 invested. You take the cash flow off of the property for the next 10 years, and it pays you $2,000 a month. So that's $24,000 a year of income on a $150,000 investment. Guys, that's a pretty phenomenal return. At the end of 10 years or 10 years in a day, you now sell the property for what is that current market value, and you've had all of this appreciation along the way. And now your property has gone from being worth $150,000 to being worth $450,000, and you have $300,000 worth of capital gains, and you get that tax free. So that is how this works. This appreciation is just amazing. So you don't always get it tax-free, though. You get it tax-free if you do it inside of an opportunity zone. So again, watch the opportunity zone content, because I don't want to mix you up and think that you just automatically hold real estate for 10 years and it's tax-free. That's not true. You have to jump through the hoops. You have to do it the way that the government wants you to do it. You've got to kind of partner with them. And opportunity zones, again, they're a beautiful wealth builder. So that's appreciation. Hopefully I explained that in a way that you guys understand. Leave me a comment, guys. What do you think about the 5 ways to be profitable through value add real estate investing? What's your favorite? Mine is probably the cash flow that comes along the way. All of the other stuff we treat as a bonus, right? We try to back into that number. We know what we're going to invest when we buy it. We know approximately what we're going to spend to fix it up before we buy it. And so then we know also what it's going to rent for after it's done. And we're usually very happy with that return on our capital. So guys, if we can get a 16% return and watch the property appreciate over time and then sell it at the end of a long period of time and get all of our money back and make a huge pile of cash and then go on to the next investment, that's what we like to do here. So I promised you a bonus for sticking around to the end. We got through the 5. Here's the Grand Slam bonus, and I kind of alluded to it throughout this video, but the Grand Slam bonus is when you identify a property that's a value add real estate investment play and you reposition it, so you turn it into its highest and best use. So let's take an example of the room that we're in here, and I use this example often because it's something that we are actively investing in. We like to buy old, decrepit, non-used office buildings and then renovate them into beautiful apartments, either for long-term housing or for short-term rentals. Either of those plays are amazing. That's called turning something from its low use and through value add real estate investing, reimagining what that real estate should be and bringing it up to its absolute highest and best use. And when you do that and all of these things in combination, guys, it's just otherworldly returns. It's the greatest feeling in the world to reimagine something from distress and decay and no use and putting it back together into something that's beautiful and fun, has lots of use, throws off a whole bunch of cash. The community gets to use it. It's just a great feeling. It's a great play. Anyways, it is for me. This is what gets me out of bed. I love this kind of play. I really, really like to think outside of the box and try to reconfigure what something could be. So maybe I look at some things differently than other people do, and hopefully as value add real estate investors, you will learn to do it as well. And we'll look at something and we'll say, you know, as a house, it didn't work, but as a hotel, it works really well. Or as a mixed use commercial building, it didn't work, but if we just turn it into a grocery store, we get the highest and best use out of the space. There are so many different things that we're doing where we're always looking for what's the highest and best use. And so that's our bonus. That's what we would love to encourage you guys to do. It's something that you'll grow into. So go out there and find a house, value add real estate, renovate it up to its highest and best use, collect the cash flow along the way, take advantage of all the depreciation. Guys, if you do it inside of an opportunity zone, then you get to sell it at the end of 10 years in a day and you pay 0 capital gains. Wow. How does it get any better than that? That's it. Value add real estate investing and why you should be a value add real estate investor. Give us a like on this one, guys. So leave me a comment and tell me, what do you think? Do you want more of this content? Let me know.